So you know, Spencer, I love to splurge on my bikes.
I know this about you, but you also know that I am very, very cheap. I love to save money, but there's times when it's worth splurging to get a little more performance.
Yeah, and you know, I splurge on really just one thing. I put all my eggs in one basket, spend all my money on wheels.
Just on wheels.
Just on wheels.
Bruce, the frame is the heart and soul of the bike. You cannot forget about the frame.
No,
it's so important.
I cheap out on the frame. You see, you know, I swap my frame out like 2 or 3 times a year.
No,
what? Cheap alloy frame, just move the nice wheels over.
If you're swapping a frame 2 or 3 times a year, you're not having any time to ride. You gotta you shouldn't be spending this much time in the shop.
No, but wheels make the biggest difference. That's why you gotta spend money on them. Nothing else matters.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Bruce.
This is Shop Talk. Action! Let's start with the big stuff, Bruce, the big ticket items.
Yeah, so frame, wheels, drivetrain, suspension, you know, stuff that's gonna make a real difference in your ride.
Let's see what they have to say.
Splurge or save? Now, frame or wheels?
Ooh, I would say frame, kind of depending on the bike you're going for.
There it is, Bruce. Frame is the most important part.
I'm gonna go wheels.
Yes.
Wheels sometimes are just a little more blingy and a little more flashy.
That's what it's about, is the bling. Ford Focus, gold wheels.
Oh man, the amount of wheels I've just destroyed riding.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Wheels are a disposable thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's a mountain bike specific question for you.
All right.
Rear shock or fork? Which is more important if you're gonna splurge a little bit?
I'd say fork for sure. I think that's the most noticeable thing.
Wheels. It's the rolling part on the bike, the rotational part of the bike. It's what matters the most when it comes to weight, stiffness. I was racing all this year on an aluminum frame with carbon wheels.
Definitely the wheels. You can deal with a little bit heavier frame, but those wheels, they got to be butter smooth.
This is what I'm talking about, Spencer. You get an older SL2 tarmac, some nice NV wheels. This is the setup.
I splurged on a scooter.
Splurge on wheels.
Yes.
Get my NV wheels, and I absolutely love having those beautiful carbon wheels.
This is what I'm talking about. You get a beautiful titanium hand-built frame like this, lasts a lifetime. Nobody's getting a set of wheels that they feel like, yes, this is a work of art.
You know, I don't disagree. This is a very nice frame.
Metal magic.
But if I'm gonna spend my money, it's not gonna be on this. Because you know what? I'm gonna get tired of it in like 3-4 months.
Splurge on the wheels and save on the frame.
Wheels versus drivetrain? Wheels all day.
Drivetrain versus frame.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Geometry's got to be dialed.
Good point. Is it more important to have a good fork or more important to have a good rear shock?
Oh, good fork, 150%.
Good fork.
Spend the money on suspension. If you gotta save money, I'd go with the wheels.
Ah, interesting.
There's still good aluminum wheels out there.
Good point.
But
Nothing wrong with aluminum wheels.
Bad suspension's bad suspension.
And it's not all about the big stuff. The little things matter too.
That's right, Bruce. I love those details, and we're talking tires, shoes, helmet, cockpit, saddle. You could splurge or you could save, but there's good reasons for either move. Tires versus saddle. Which one do you think is more important to spend a little more money on?
Ooh, I'm gonna go saddle.
Spend a little more money on the saddle.
Yeah, because that's your point of contact. If you got a bad saddle, you're having a bad day. I've ridden a lot of tires, and some are better than others, but there's a lot of good tires out there. So
Helmets versus sunglasses. Which one would you cheap out on?
I'd cheap out on the sunglasses. You have to, I mean, that thing's protecting your head, it's protecting your brain.
What other things do you like to save a little money on for bike stuff?
Can I talk about what I want to splurge on my bike stuff?
Everyone wants to splurge, nobody wants to save money.
Because I want to make sure my bikes look sexy. I have a Cro Mag mountain bike, hardtail, steel is real. And what I decided to do, I wanted to add accents to it, so I switched out the C-clamp, the stem, the handlebars, the grips, purple pedals, purple saddle. Sasha's looking pretty amazing these days. Oh yeah.
Bruce, you are gonna love this bike. This museum bike is a classic example of saving a little money on the frame.
Definitely looks like it.
This old Schwinn steel frame is from 1938.
38.
Yes.
So
This
they're, in the 70s, this thing was already like 40 years old.
Yeah, and it was still going strong because the folks in Marin, California, when they started to get into clunker thing, started to ride mountain bikes, these are the bikes they rode. And this one came from the Larkspur Canyon gang. And I think they were pretty smart about where they splurged and where they saved on this old bike.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they, this is an upgraded fork.
Good eye, Bruce.
Yeah.
That is a Cook Brothers BMX Cruiser fork. And I'd say that's a smart way to splurge because you're screaming down Mount Tam on the repack run, 40 miles an hour on this sketchy old bike. You know, having a good fork, some insurance that way you don't knock all your front teeth out, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and what, it's got one brake?
Well, it's got 2 brakes. Now this is a coaster brake back here. But,
All right.
But up here, yes, another good way to splurge. You get more braking power from your front wheel, so they put the Mayfac tandem cantilever brake up there, a little extra stopping power.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little outdated for me, but slap some 26-inch carbon wheels on it and I'd be all about it.
You know who really needs to settle this for us? We need a money guy.
The biggest money guy.
We need the money guy.
Yeah.
We need our chief financial officer, Merle, to weigh in. How long does it take you to swap all your junk over to a new junky frame?
I don't know. You get like a 6-pack. I can do it in an evening.
6. Mr. Merle, the money man.
So, I mean, if you can save on one and splurge on the other, frame versus wheels, what do you pick?
Wheels, splurge. I'm not losing weight like I used to, and they help me get up hills faster.
Yeah, and the frame's not going to help that much.
You don't want a
No.
nice custom frame, just a beautiful, like...
No.
No?
No.
Just
want
cheaping out on the frame.
Yep, good carbon wheels.
Spencer, you heard it from the man himself, the money man. Wheels. You gotta
I don't-
spend money on the wheels.
I don't think I can argue with that.
Yeah. Frame?
Guess it's time for me to do some shopping, right?
Yeah.
Gotta spend money to save money or something. Is that a thing? Spend money to save money?
Yes.
Leave us a comment and let us know where you like to splurge when it comes to bike gear.
And where you like to save.
Thanks for watching. Wooden rim, Bruce. Is this a splurge or a save? I can't tell.
I don't know.
The wooden rim, I feel like the craftsmanship it would take, it might be kind of expensive.
Yeah, and you might have to splurge on some dental bills when they explode.
No, this is high quality maple. This stuff is gonna, no problem at all.